In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Plenty of season left to go. 3 months of football ahead as we are underway here at Week 4. Brown with a return here. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before... All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Straight to the air they go. And he's touchdown after a nice pickup there to get the first. The Dose with a hurry-up offense here. Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. And this is going to be a short carry that just reaches the 40. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's 2nd and 7. That's complete, David Njoku. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Working quickly here. The handoff on 3rd and short. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, Just give us a little bit of a push and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4th. Offense up to the line fast. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Dropping back to throw. And now he's going to head out of bounds after a nice gain. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They'll try and punch it in. Is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns finish up an excellent opening series. Hopkins knocks the extra point through. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going left. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. Now touching down a couple of yards away from that marker.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Blown back gets the handoff. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'll really break the backs of a defense.
Throwing from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find Brock Bowers. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They're going play action. And now he's going to head out of bounds after a nice game. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darryl Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs. We're back and excited to start this second quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's in for the touchdown. The Raiders finish off their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get it out of the way, big time.
Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders start off well to tie things 7-7. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And the first down pass set away by a defender, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in the spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target. He could play on it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. Judy there to grab it. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Offense in the hurry up here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Escapes the pocket. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 1st down, they'll run. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders' side of the field. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 46. Finds him over the middle. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's able to manage a couple on the...
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 38. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Moore going in motion left. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 16. The throw is caught. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Runs it in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns take a 2nd quarter lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down.
Rush coming off the edge, and they block it! Ooh, and I think he envisioned this one going all the way back for 2, but they're able to track him down and limit the damage to just that blocked kick. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Taking a shot deep down the field it goes. It is caught at the 20. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders tie and can take the lead here in the 2nd. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they have prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders take the lead on that successful kick. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Brown with a return here. He gets popped quickly. Not a nice feeling or a nice return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back now, pressure on its way. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Went way outside there, trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
To the air, 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. That's a Cleveland touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. It's big time.
And he makes the catch. The 2-point conversion try is good. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. And look at this return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And he makes the, wait, no, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now looking to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. He does it. Touchdown. The Raiders earn the chance to tie before halftime. So no mistake in that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders tie this game at 21. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Brown with a return here. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. They'll throw to begin this drive. Finds Judy near the sideline. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that gives the Browns a first.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even two defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
He fires one deep down the right sideline. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. He'll throw it. And this ball's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. Chased out to his right. On the move, looking deep. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. And the Raiders do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give up the middle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. from the 32. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And the Browns bringing out some extra defensive backs. We've got dime on third down. Looking for a throw here. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Browns get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Well, Brock, it was an absolute battle in the first half as they played to a tie heading into the locker rooms. And already we have the first big play of half number 2 with that INT.
Yeah, not just the first big play, but maybe the first separating play here, Kate. There's always a moment in the second half, especially where one of these teams makes the play, right? That one that we're going to circle and look back to as the defining play of the half. We may just have witnessed it right there.
To throw it on first down. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
Okay, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception. It was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Man in motion here. Second and 10 now. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Working quickly here. They'll run here on first down. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They'll try and throw it here. Thrash hauls it in. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's able to get this down to the 13. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be second and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. Throwing with a blitz on the way. This throw is caught. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Going jumbo set on this first and goal. Hand off to the back. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and now it'll be second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
They send a man in motion. On 2nd and 7. Touchdown, Cleveland! Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. PAT is up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns break that tie and now lead by 7. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Wow, they're going to get great field position out of this. First and 10 from the 41. They put a receiver in motion here left. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Cut out left. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Now a timeout's called, Cleveland using its second. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. Second and 6 coming up here. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He's trying to push the field. Big gain downfield. Touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders tie us up 28-all. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Towards the sideline, and he's got it. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. Back to throw now. This one falls incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. He'll throw it. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Even the jump for the guy he was looking for. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That is Eddie Jackson. And the Raiders will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given it. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Another carry for him. That's a big hole left. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. It is into the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a fourth-quarter lead. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Carlson good on the extra point. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Brown with a return here. They get to him before that return can amount to much, just beyond the 15-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That's going to be caught by Carter. They drop it with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. That one complete to Njoku. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Pressure comes, and he's taken down. The Raiders got him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Another try following the sack. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Simple dive up the middle. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays. Nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They send the tight end in motion left. 2nd and 6 now. He's got it near the 10. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. And that is his 4th touchdown reception of the game. And if you wonder how rare that is, only a couple of active players have ever achieved it in their careers. And it's been done less than 50 times in league history. Carlson adds the extra point. And the Raiders double their lead to 14. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Brown with a return here. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Slot man motioned over. Here's 2nd and 2. As the open man downfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Browns.
They're throwing it. Got a man, it's Njoku. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
A gain of 46 yards. And the Browns.
From the red zone now. Throw reeled in by Njoku. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Now we're on the counter. Has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns now within 1 score in the 4th. So now a big play coming from the Browns as they try for 2. He'll look to throw it. And this is going to be caught, getting aggressive as they trail in this game, and that takes them 2 points closer.
You know, we tend to say this all the time, and I'll say it yet again, Kate. Big targets in the red zone are an enormous advantage. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, it went right to him for the conversion.
We're down inside the final 90 seconds as they line up for the all-important onside kick. And the Raiders are able to secure the kick. Ooh, had to have that onside kick. Got 1 timeout, but not much time left. This one kind of feels like it's over.
Not a whole lot they can do, but you can't give up. Not a time to look at the clock. You got that 1 timeout. You got to do all you can and really hope and pray this offense fumbles the snap or screws it up here in the final minutes.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Wow, they're going to pass it here. That one's complete, right side. And he's out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Has it at the 7. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Well, we have seen the value of a big physical tight end. Just like that. Those post routes downfield, so hard to defend. The great tight ends, the physical tight ends, it's almost as if they're posting up on the low block in basketball, and you can't get around them.
They've got a man in motion. And that throw just too high for him.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. They bring a tight end in motion right. Here he is to throw. And he sails that one over the end zone.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. Back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown! So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And he has it inside the end zone. That's going to add 2 to their lead here late. Well, Brock, the run's certainly an option as they lined up for 2. But as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. Thrash hauls it in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 46. Trying to push it deep downfield. And he is in for the touchdown. Still unlikely, Brock, but it's not entirely over just yet with this score. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out. So just 1 second to go. They not only have to recover this, they've got to return it all the way. And the Raiders able to cover up the onside try. That seals up this game. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And this thing of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week.